Improved collaboration will also be part of the human puzzle to solve the challenges when today's society put big demands on many structures. Our next speaker should know more about this, in particular from the experiences he had from restoring the jewel of France, La Notre Dame. From Autodesk, Mr. Guillaume Joubert.
So hello everyone, hello Stockholm, hello Oslo. I'm super impressed to be here because your level of maturity is pretty high. Unfortunately, I won't talk about AI that much today. We'll talk about much more our mission for the next 3 years, but I hope it will retain your attention. So my name is Guillaume Joubert, and as you can hear with my accent, I'm French. Nobody is perfect. One of the industry strategy at Autodesk manager, so I'm based in Europe. I'm super glad to be here. As last year, I have planned to be here, but I was not able to join. I had a last-minute urgency, but I missed that opportunity, but now I'm here, and I'm super glad to have already some interactions. Okay, so I have a very packed agenda, and about my mission, I have roughly 24 minutes now to present you our strategic directions. But before starting, safe harbor statement. I won't ask you anything about those texts on the slide, no worries. But let me summarize that slide. At some times, I could refer to forward-looking capabilities. I could provide you information about future things which doesn't exist yet. Please, piece of advice, take buying decision when stuff exists, not based on future things. And obviously, however, main capabilities I'm presenting do exist today, but if you have any hesitation, don't hesitate to interact with the symmetry experts, or directly with myself. Okay, so AECO is one of the 3 main industries we served along with manufacturing and media and entertainment in Autodesk. And I'm a part of the AECO, which stands for Architecture, Engineering, Construction, and Operation. You can notice that we have added operation as we will have more and more offering in that space. In our business unit, we have AutoCAD, which represent a strategic component of transportation design, and where we will make significant investment in the future. And both AECO and AutoCAD represent more than 70% of our revenue, so it's a significant department for us. In AECO, we are addressing buildings, transportation, water, and industrial segments. But transportation includes rail, road, airports, and ports. However, the majority of our investment are much more in building, transportation, and water. The last 40 years, our vision has always been to support a full asset life cycle management process, from planning to design to construction and operations, putting the digital asset at the center of everything we do. It's for building, transportation, water, and industrial assets. And we serve a variety of personas like architects, engineers, contractors, fabricators, detailers, operators. There are probably over 25 different kinds of persona across a highly fragmented industry. However, the industry is changing around us and in a rapid pace. We have an unprecedented demand first, linked with and driven by the population growth and demographic shift. Stimulus packages are pushing us to new infrastructure projects, and we have specific now sustainability and resiliency requirements. Number 2, the way we work has changed. Remote work is becoming a standard. Material supply chain has been disrupted with the energy crisis, price escalation, material shortage, and so on. And the new generation doesn't study that much in AECO. We are not super appealing. Apparently, we are in a dirty industry. And that's a challenge, because obviously we need to recruit them. So the second pillar is, well, we will do with less. and a need for an accelerated digitalization. In fact, we are experiencing an explosion of data and tools. A FMI report disclosed that 95% of data go unused after engineering, after the construction, actually. Digital twins are now a requirement from the owner, and we see the emergence of automation and generative AI. And we talked about AI just before. So what does that mean? That means, number one, with the first pillar, we need to deliver more. With the two pillar, we need with less. And the number three, that forces all of us in the digital transformation journey. And for us, BIM, or Building Information Modeling, is a foundation of the digital transformation in AECO. And in one sentence in design, it's the process or the methodology to build digital before building real. And in construction, this is a methodology to keep a digital replica of the reality in digital. And the name of that digital replica is a digital twin. This is an output of the BIM process, and to enable that process, we need a digital project delivery platform. To deliver BIM, here is our AECO portfolio. I won't go in every detail in each product. I mean, I have only 19 minutes, and to describe that slide in detail, it's not enough. But at a high level, we have a large portfolio to cover the data creation in design and modeling, visualization and coordination. We have, with different alliances, as you can see, and interoperability agreement to provide the best value proposition and asset types coverage across the project life cycle. But we need to do better. As I just said earlier, 95% of project data go unused after construction. And is that not only for model, drawings and analysis, obviously. I mean, there is tons of emails. But the reality is that the data continuity curves looks like this today in AECO. So we are in a highly fragmented industry. And majority of the challenge is linked to data flows inside the project organization. Here we see a simplified view of how team members typically exchange information on a project. It's a giant matrix and hard to ensure the right information with the right person at the right time. Often, information lies within different systems, and information exchange is manual, error-prone, and can lead to mistakes. For example, let's take an example. So the design team here, can have one isolated network. Let's say an isolated cloud system. And the construction team has another isolated cloud system. And now the owner wants to review what's going on the project, and they just cannot easily make it happen. That's why when we say the industry is fragmented, it's digitally fragmented as well. And it is represented by this, islands of data. That's why accelerate digital delivery with BIM is simply our first pillar of our strategy for AECO. That requires an environment with better connection of data regardless of its origin, the ability to do multidisciplinary concurrent engineering, and provide solutions for design management. Now, coming back to those data islands, with the digital project delivery platform, we see the same digital organization, but under a common data environment. Digital project delivery utilizes a cloud-based common data environment that optimizes project execution, resulting in new levels of innovations and efficiency throughout the project life cycle. And if you want to use AI, there is no choice. Each team can work in their own part of the common data environment, whatever its design team, the construction team, or the owner. During the capital project phase, This environment, the information flows through a central repository where ideally it is more easily controlled and up to date. And the CDE provides mechanisms to get information flow to that construction documents and other information such as markups and issues are only available when appropriate. And the CDE enables a file-based approach where people can put all of their information in one place and share with everybody, and we can track what's happening, who changed, what, when, where, and how. And the Autodesk Common Data Environment is Autodesk Docs. It's the common denominator for all of our personas. It's the one place where everything needs to go eventually. The result of the CDE. And considering our AC portfolio and beyond, it's not a simple cloud drive. In fact, we connect our core design solution directly of our portfolio, and we provide direct services such as 3D visualization or 2D visualization, or even third-party application. I mean, Office 365 is embedded inside Docs, or even Esri Cloud to cloud connections. Additionally, Docs is connected to our construction cloud offering to bring and connect data with field. At the end, BIM Collaborate Pro connects AutoCAD, Plant, Civil 3D, and Revit to Docs. It's an additional services on top of Autodesk Docs that bring two main design services. One, design collaboration capabilities, and two, design management capabilities. Okay, here is an example with all disciplines in one place for every project stakeholders in a web browser. No need to have installation. Project data are here and ready to be shared to anybody who needs it without specific software installation. Wherever you are, whenever you want. And on that platform, we can perform verifications when several disciplines are not coordinated. The platform indicates where we have issues, and project supervisor can directly analyze and take advised decision and assign corrective tasks, which will be monitored automatically. No emails. It's a real assistant for issues and ultimately risks management. We can even compare modification on contractual documents such as drawings. It's transparent and for everyone. Okay. The second and central pillar is to optimize design processes and deliverables. This is our core investment for the data production. The 95% of data go unused after construction. But to support this, we need to optimize. I mean, we need not to create every time. We need to really reduce the number of iterations and the number of data we are producing. So to support this, and due to the growing demand for refurbishment projects, we want to provide more solutions to transform LiDAR unstructured data to object-oriented models. And we will continue our efforts in design automation and deliverables productivity because those are two differentiating elements of our portfolio. And we are continuing investments in visualization. You have maybe heard about XR Workshop, which is an incubation project we have right now. It's something we're investing. Unfortunately, I won't present this because I don't have too much time. And obviously, in simulation, we have made the acquisition of a water simulation, Innovise, and we have a bunch of new simulation capabilities through Former Cloud. And I think you have seen this in the morning. Okay. Digitize the existing environment. LiDAR is more and more democratized. I mean, I can scan myself with my smartphone with Point Cloud. And design solution software users are not the only one who deserve that data. I mean, think about it. In the project team, who needs to know the site, the condition, the constraints beyond design software users? Everybody. And now we can share gigabytes of data, of LiDAR data, without any duplication, simply on charging this on Autodesk Construction Cloud on Autodesk Docs. And we can even compare models with those data to facilitate digital twin connections. And moreover, we can transform those point clouds in accurate guidelines to accelerate the digitalization of existing linear transportation projects. The outcome is dramatic time saving and no duplication of data. For modeling and plan, set creation, with automation, I think everybody in the room knows our capabilities inside buildings, so I'm taking a road example. Here we are talking a context model thanks to our connection with GIS technology. Obviously, alignment is the foundation of creating a road corridor with long profile management as well as the cross-section type. And we are able to automate placement to objects with dynamos such as lighting, safety railing. And we can even model bridges in other solutions to augment the level of detail. We can make 3D reinforcement modeling, and then we can drive consistency by generating drawings from 3D models that we are able to consolidate in one place. Design automation. It's very well known where we have repetitive tasks. We see that in signaling, for example, or electrification, because it's really repetitive along an alignment. But it simplifies the complex as well. Now here, in that example, we want to make a very original roof and frame for a fictional project in the Hudson Yard of New York City in Manhattan. The team must create the parametric frame, as we want to make this frame supporting a complex convex roof. But the roof itself is an assembly of different parametric panels, which have to follow the complex roof surface. Combining the single parametric panel and the shape of the roof, computational design solution generates all panels, which are all unique and connected. Then you are able to manage modification quite easily. Here, we simplify the complex structure modeling with our automation capabilities. We are able to make better visualization more easily thanks to our partnership with Epic Games, which facilitate the data prep in Twinmotion. And the results provide a detailed and realistic animation model based, but with low effort in data preparation. We have many other investments in simulation, as I said, but I don't have that much time to present all of this. So I will enter directly straight to our last area of investment, which is enable open connected platform. With our APIs, we are augmenting our solution with partnership with Esri, for example, to connect BIM with GIS. Our involvement in Building Smart is supporting our implementation of open standard with IFC. I recognize we need to still make lots of effort, but still we are really and highly involved in that part. And finally, with Autodesk Platform Services, we will continue to connect any systems to our platform. Starting with industry partnership, we have a lot of industry partnership which augment a lot the capabilities of our portfolio. I can't be exhaustive as I don't have that much time, but we have Esri, I will develop that one. We have Schneider Electric, which is able to make power management and schematic design linked with electric system. And we have ORIS, which is a reverse acronym of Sourcing Intelligence for Road Optimization, bringing GIS technology in order to decarbonize the road industry. Unfortunately, I won't go in the ORIS path, but I will develop a bit what we do in Esri. In Esri Technologies, we provide us the data from operation and maintenance. We need to design and build. But when we think about it, why those data should be in sequence, operation and maintenance, and design and construction? Why? As we need BIM data and GIS data at any time in the project life cycle. And we are and obviously, when we are with the digital twin, we need to update those information from the 3D model to the GIS and vice versa. So we need more than interoperability. What we need is a connection. And this alliance provides the connection in our desktop application or directly in the cloud, which allows to create what I just said, digital twin for infrastructure. It will be super arrogant to say that we are the only software provider in BIM and that we cover every single discipline. That's why we want to provide the best flexible experience of working with other stakeholders who don't necessarily use Autodesk technologies. And to achieve that, we need to comply with open standards. Today, we are highly involved with Building Smart International to support the definition and implementation in all geos of those standards. At the end, models from our technologies can operate in other environments and vice versa. And here you see an example of that experience. So yeah, it's between two Autodesk products. But directly from Civil 3D, we are able to add metadata and objects for a real project and export the model in IFC. And we can import it in Revit. What we have here is a list of all the metadata, and it's kept from the IFC. We can use both the geometry to generate views, for example, or obviously we can create labels from those information to prepare drawings production as an example. We can add a building based on the track and the terrain, and we can export this model in the IFC viewer of ODA to make any coordination task. As you can see, we have all the elements in IFC viewer. But being open with file format is good, but absolutely not sufficient. We need to connect directly with other platforms and with native files and databases, especially for digital twin purpose. That's why we have Autodesk Platform Services. We often represent this concept with Lego bricks because we can build solutions to complex problem by assembling these elementary services to build these solutions. And what we are doing is just making these basic bricks available. And those bricks provide different type of cloud services for viewing, planning, scheduling, cost estimating, fabricating, purchasing, to drive inspections or maintenance services, or even to connect ERP system or CRM systems. The platform offers the ability to digest more than 60 file formats, and with that, we can build your own connection. You can build that, and that's our basis to build our cloud offering. We can understand that you need to have some help to connect with other applications. That's why we release data exchange connectors. So we are providing standard data exchange connector to facilitate the direct connection from different authoring sources or platforms. Here is the concept of data exchange. You create your architecture model in your preferred application, and you can reuse the design as input in other in design and manufacturing app, for example. And then you can connect the manufacturing design with the architecture model. You can do the same with civil infrastructure. At the end, the data is synchronized and centralized, and you are able to do it. Now, let's see how it looks like. So in a short example, building model is in Revit, but the curtain wall designer is used Rhino. The Rhino designer has the building model as a foundation to the design. And when finished, the curtain wall is synchronized in Revit. That means if I change the Rhino model, I can update the building model in stride and with less effort. And we can make the very same connection with Rhino and Inventor, for example, for assembly design and part machining, connecting manufacturing and AECO. I think we understand all the value of connecting these models. With data exchange, thanks to Autodesk Platform Services, and Autodesk Platform Services is used by a lot of AECO stakeholders, starting by us with Autodesk Docs and our cloud offering, but customers are doing it. Engineering service providers like Sistra, for example, build their own application. Here we have one for carbon tracking. The Belgium Road Authority, for example, is using it to develop their version of digital twin. And we have many other examples by different integrators. Don't hesitate to check the different examples on our website or with Symmetry experts. And that finish my third open connected platform. So to make a synthesis and a recap, our ACO BIM strategy focus on building, transportation, and water. Our investments are focusing on accelerate digital delivery with BIM, optimizing design processes and deliverables, and enable open and connected platform. Those three investments are foundational for a longer plan for outcome-based BIM, which leverage Autodesk AI. And if you are using Autodesk Docs as CDE, you are already following that path. Thank you for your attention, and I wish you a very good continuation of the conference.
And those who want to listen more to Guillaume, you will be back in the panel later on.